Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2018 horror stroke thriller Unsane, a film that is directed by Steven Soderbergh, who had a little bit of a break from filmmaking, returned last year with Logan Lucky, and has given us this movie, Unsane. It also stars Claire Foy, who you'll remember or recognise from The Crown, and it also stars Joshua Leonard, who was in the Blair Witch Project. And this film is fascinating in a number of ways. One of the things I didn't realise until I did a little bit of research, this film was filmed entirely on an iPhone 7, I believe, which explains a lot, because when you actually watch this movie, once you get used to it, initially it feels and looks a bit weird. It's got this right enclosed feel about it, and claustrophobic feel about it, but that was probably intentional, I'm sure. It's got a unique look about it, this film, because it was filmed entirely on an iPhone 7. And this film focuses on Claire Foy's character Sawyer, who has moved cities to get away from basically a stalker. So at the beginning of the movie, you see her. She's got her own job. She's got a new job. She's trying to settle in, and she still keeps thinking, that this guy's stalking her. She then seeks out help in the city and goes to this clinic to have a talk with someone about her fears of this stalking and all the other stuff related to her mental health, etc. And they get her to sign some papers when she's there, and she doesn't read them properly and just signs them, just assumes it's a formality, and wants to arrange another visit next week so she can carry on having a chat with this psychiatrist. And what she has actually done is unwittingly volunteered herself for a stay for 24 hours in this mental hospital, which horrifies her initially. She can't believe it. She keeps claiming they've made a mistake, she tries phoning the police, etc, etc, but there's nothing she can do about it. She's basically signed it away for these 24 hours. And the first 24 hours don't go well for her, and she basically gets committed for 7 days. And there's another person in there who kind of explains to her that the reason why they're doing this is probably for an insurance scam, because the insurance will pay for 7 days for her to stay there, and it's a way for them to make money. And she's stuck there basically. But then she starts seeing someone who she is convinced is her stalker. Nobody will believe her. Everybody thinks he's just an orderly that works there, hands out the medications, he works there. And she is playing hell because she knows that this is his stalker. Or is it? Is it her stalker? Or is she actually going insane? Is her mental health getting, taking over her psyche? Is she seeing things? And that is what you will have to figure out by watching the movie yourself. So, Unsane. What did I think of this movie? Well, I think at the very core base level of it, it's a good movie. It's well made. Obviously, Steven Soderbergh's got a huge calibre behind him. Very classy director. So the acting's on point. Everything's on point. The way it looks is unique because of the way it's filmed. And there are some pretty intense moments in the movie. I think it falls short of being called a horror. This to me was promoted as a horror, and I don't feel as though you could call this a horror. It's 80% thriller with 20% horror in there, I would suggest. But that doesn't make it a bad film, because I don't think it is a bad film. It didn't just click home with me. There were some elements of it that just didn't satisfy me. There's a couple of plot holes in it that early on that if you dwell on, could kind of ruin it if you really dwelled on it. But otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like I said, pretty intense at times, pretty interesting. Claire Foy gives a really, really good performance, very, very good performance actually. And Joshua Leonard gives a very good performance. In fact, there's no weaknesses. We even get a couple of cameos in here. We've got Amy Irving makes an appearance as Claire Foy's mother, and we even get a cameo from Matt Damon in the movie, who obviously knows Steven Soderbergh from the Ocean's movies. So it's a well-made, well-packaged movie. It's something a little bit different. The ending cranked it up a bit in regards to the intensity for sure. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie, that was pretty well made. Just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just didn't click with me, I have to be honest. Maybe it was the way it filmed, it kind of felt cheap. But that was just the way it was filmed. It did kind of feel cheap, and it was kind of when I'm trying to think how to word this without giving spoilers away. When a reveal takes place at some point in the movie, it's lost its magic trick. Then it's lost its mystique, and it goes from being, at one point in the movie, up to this reveal, you are kind of thinking, well, is it this? Is it that? Is she insane? What's going on? I'm not really sure. And then when they lift the curtain, you're kind of like, okay. And then it just becomes a kind of a bog standard thriller after that. So yeah, it's okay. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, guys. This movie, I think it's enjoyable if you like a good thriller. I think you're going to have a good time with the movie. It's well made, good performances, and pretty intense at times. So yeah, definitely worth a try, guys. Unsane. Thanks for watching.